If I was a different type of person, this might make me try to find out where Gerald lives and run up in his house, but good thing I don't do that anymore, though.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX. Today we're getting into some LinkedIn lunatics. They're lunatics, they're on LinkedIn, and we're gonna go gawk at them just a little bit. A lot of them seem to be like post-ironic irony type of posts, so if I find them, I'm gonna try and skip them because it's a lot less fun to make fun of you for being a lunatic if you're like actively pretending to be a lunatic. I think that makes sense. Anyway, enough gabbing from me. Let's get into these posts and see how it goes. Life update, Tom Luce. I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new position as deceased at none. I mean, that's gotta be the most relaxing job in the world, dude. You don't have to worry about anything anymore.
I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing, and it was everything that I thought it could be.
Congratulations, Tom. You made it. This next OP says, now without a shirt. And this seems to be a guy who really is letting LinkedIn lunatics live in his head. Rajarshi Shom. Oh no, this is LinkedIn. I'm just supposed to wear a cheap suit and brag about my useless skills. Yeah, much more sane to take off the cheap suit and be like, look, here's me without a shirt, guys. I'm standing in the gym, guys, for real. Okay. Cool, we're all very impressed. Question mark? I can't take this crap from a guy who shows the same personality across platforms. How dare he expresses his personality when I am busy spreading lies? This is for all you Reddit MFs. Now, go cry more about me with your other insignificant bitches. Damn, dude, you really showed everybody here. You're certainly a balanced and accomplished individual by getting your feelings hurt online. It seems like you have a lot of bigger things going on for you, don't you? I'm not actually sure how well the sarcasm is going to translate, so I will say you are an insignificant speck of an individual. Like, physically, mentally, just everything. You're a mess, you're not in control, stop pretending. I hope some of that sticks. Her first words were probably ROI. It's Chappelle Ellison. When I was a little girl, I always dreamed of growing up to satisfy user needs in a way that meets business goals for transformative outcomes. I think that's sarcastic too, but I'll stick it in there. That's hilarious. I want to teach my 2-year-old to speak just in marketing jargon. This next post just says, found one. I'm starting a new business. Do you have an annoying boss or pretentious coworker? For the low price of $5 a month, I'll comment on their LinkedIn, that's a stupid idea, every time they post something. Well, we've seen this post before. I didn't realize it was like a meme thing that people do over and over. That makes it a lot less enjoyable for me. So thanks a lot. Next one. The sub made it to Bloomberg Business, I think Instagram. Reddit is dragging your cringeworthy LinkedIn posts. Yeah. And then it leaks onto YouTube, and then roundy round we go. Once anything gets hyperbolic enough, it's 100% worth making fun of. Why not LinkedIn? Are you sharing something awful on LinkedIn? This 670,000 strong LinkedIn lunatic subreddit's watching. The existence of the group says a lot about how the professional network has changed in recent years. It also carries lessons for corporate strivers. Tap the link in our bio for more. Yeah, and follow us on LinkedIn. My name's Brian Shankman. Oh, cool. So you're over there too? I think you're going to be the next one on the subreddit. Brian. Maybe Brian's too self-aware. Let me tell you what being self-aware taught me about B2B business opportunities. That's the meme, right? We do it 1,000 times every video. Super. Let's continue on with that. This seems legit. Reality, unemployed. LinkedIn, blockchain enthusiast, cryptocurrency evangelist, influencer, inspired, cheap visionary, serial entrepreneur, i.e. every business I started has failed, founder, omission, philanthropist, another omission, empowering something, life coach, father, trendsetter, top 1% of LinkedIn profiles according to myself, speaker, TEDx, 2X attendee, ICO advisor. No, come on guys, just because I'm unemployed doesn't mean that my social network is not valuable. Get on board, this is the future. It's all about LinkedIn, the future. Whatever, cool comic, moving on. LinkedIn is on par with X in terms of lunacy at this point. Kamala's stepdaughter, Trump's granddaughter. Choose your America. What kind of America do you want? I don't know, William Russell Nowicki? As a fine artist, illustrator, and designer, I think that you might be partial to somebody who would dress in a less conservative way. I honestly don't give a shit who you vote for or who you don't vote for, but dragging the families into the whole thing seems kind of uncouth. And I mean that legitimately. Both sides do it, so don't start pointing fingers and all that shit, but if you do it, just know, I see ya. I hate it. Stop it. Thanks. Here's a very valuable lesson from Gurpreet Singh Mufar, head sales and marketing at FMCG MNC. What do you mean you don't know who FMCG MNC is? You should educate yourself. So a rich man walked into a bar, found a black woman standing in the corner. He approached the bar, took out his wallet and shouted, "Bartender, I'll buy drinks for everyone in the bar, except the black woman."
Come on, if you're racist and you know it, clap your hands. What the fuck?
Yes, totally real stories that really happened for reals. Instead of feeling worried, the woman looked at the man and said, "Thank you." This angered the rich man. He took out his wallet again and said, "This time, waiter, I'll buy extra bottles of wine and food for everyone in the bar, except that black woman." Instead of feeling worried, the woman looked at the man and said, "Thank you." And this angered the man. He asked the waiter, "Why is this woman thanking me?" And the waiter told him, "She's the owner of the restaurant." Bah, 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 what a twist! Oh my god, who saw it coming? And I think the part I love most about this is just like the thinly veiled morality of it. Like, I acknowledge that a black woman can own a business, but this fictional person I invented does not. Oh, okay, well, it's really weird that you'd even bring that up. Thanks. It's fucking ludicrous. Oh, Gurpreet. I hope you got some good engagement on that. I'll say that much. This next poster just says, "Ugh." Lucy Williams, MCIPD, says, "Take a bow, Deloitte," who announced that they will be equally giving new moms and dads 26 weeks fully paid leave. Dude, that is sick as fuck. Congratulations to all employees. Wow. I'm not even sure how the hell they swung that one, but yeah, that is amazing. But then Pat Ingracia, CFP, comes in to rain on our parade and says, 26 weeks? What guy needs 26 weeks? I'm not interested in hiring guys that need 26 weeks off when a kid is born. Okay, then hire losers. I don't know what to tell you. How is this something that you feel threatened by? Like, it's a good thing, objectively, okay? Everybody gets to settle in with the new baby, you know, have your little skin to skin. Parents are able to take care of each other, provide for each other's needs. Mom might need some help, you know? She just pushed a watermelon out there. I'm supposed to leave her flopping around there in the bed for 8 hours a day? No, don't work for me. I'm gonna take my 26 weeks, and I will have earned it. See, Pat never had kids. Pat thinks that it's gonna be just like a 6-month vacation. Hey, summer vacation times 2. We could do whatever we want. No, you're taking care of a newborn. It's crapping everywhere. It wants to eat all the time. It's unhappy to exist in the world. And I'm like, well, me too, buddy. You'll get used to it.
No, you imbecile. That's not talc. That's paprika. Ah! Take that.
Oh, man. But, yeah, kids are awesome, though. I'm sorry I brought you here, but hey, at least we're going to suffer together, right? High five. I'm taking my 26 weeks. I don't give a fuck. This OP says, inmate status. Quite possibly the most unhinged LinkedIn update I've seen today. Former co-CEO of FTX heads to federal prison today to serve 7.5 years, but not before he drops this banger on social. Ryan Salame, I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new position as inmate at FCI Cumberland. Well, congratulations. I hope your 7.5 years there will be fulfilling in some way. Wasn't he like the rug pull crypto guy with the fugly girlfriend? You know what I'm talking about? Does he not just have millions of dollars waiting for him once he gets out in 7.5 years? Because honestly, I might make that trade.
I'm going to jail!
It's no short amount of time, but to never work again when you get out, it's not a bad deal. And I'm super glad, most importantly, that you updated social media before you went, or else people would be like, oh my god, where'd he go? It really does matter. It doesn't. It's social media. They'll forget you in a week. They don't care. Whatever. Anyway, next post. The office is empty at 6:30 p.m. Preposterous! This is Maximilian Waldman. He's an impact in healthcare, entrepreneur, and business angel. Ja. Jawohl! I think I'm just gonna continue to the voice. It's fine. Thursday evening, 6:28. Co-working space in Berlin. Dead! Skull emoji. Everyone talks about how hard they're working and grinding. Where them hustlers at? Ghost emoji. That's good. You gotta mix up your emojis. It's probably better if you don't use them at all. You're only using them to end the paragraph, really, which seems redundant, but I don't know. I'm not a LinkedIn business professional like you. I feel the current work ethic, definitely in Germany, Berlin in particular, is broken. We live in a time where people love to talk and post about the hustle, but when it comes down to actually putting in the hours, they're nowhere to be found. I don't know what the hell that emoji is. Outline face? Especially at the moment where Europe is falling behind. We should outperform and go full throttle. Prosperity doesn't come from clocking out at 6 and pretending that you've done something remarkable. It comes from showing up and staying late and going the extra mile or kilometer. And yes, it's a trade-off that hurts. And then like a blood drop thing. Can I ask you an honest question, Max? Do you have anything else going on in your life? Wife, kids, girlfriend, even just like a dog that you love a lot? Why do you want to be at work when it's dark outside? Okay? Dark outside time is my fucking time. And maybe I'm grinding on other things that don't necessarily require me to be in a co-working space. Some people might find a co-working space a little bit distracting. It sounds like a living hell, if I'm honest, and I don't want to be trapped in there with you, Max. I'm sorry you've got to do this time in purgatory, but I can't help you out of it, okay? Look at how sad his face looks. Do you want to leave him trapped in purgatory? Yeah, I kind of do. Good luck, buddy. Bye-bye. There's been like 3 Ken Jeong posts, and I will include one, as we've done throughout the first videos, but literally half of these posts would be by him if I did that, which I'm not willing to do, quite simply. We'll take a look at this one instead. OP says he wants to charge people to apply for jobs. Now there's a straightforward thinker, another revenue stream, check it out. Do not give them any ideas. It's good they redacted his name too, because what a fucking douche. Am I insensitive to the world if I think people should pay a small fee, like $20 to apply for a job, as a means to prevent an overwhelming quantity of underqualified or mismatched submissions? $20, dude? I don't think you realize how ludicrous. It's not insensitive, it's like actively anti-poor. Now you can't even tell people to go screw off and get a job because they need the $20 first. You gotta give them the $20 and then, yeah, probably they'll screw off. Because they got the $20 now, I got some stuff to go buy. He's not gonna use it for a job application. Nobody would. It's like playing the fucking lottery. Maybe I'll get this job if I pay him $20. No, forget about it. I don't pay anything up front. That's how you know it's a scam immediately. That's how I avoided becoming a Cutco salesman. Story for another day. Anti-MLM? Oh, it's coming down the pipe. Just you guys wait. But like I said, story for another day. We're moving on. This OP says, one has no words. And indeed, I don't until I read it. Tori Leonard says, my co-founder Casey has built a reputation for himself as the guy who sits on his laptop in bars from San Francisco to New York City. Well, I guess that's a title you can have, yes. I don't know if I'd go around bragging about it necessarily. Last week, Thoughtly brought on a customer that needed to launch within 2 weeks. He just so happened to be getting married in that 2-week window. So here he is, wrapping up a pull request at his own wedding. Congrats, Casey. Now please, go take some time off. I mean, I guess this is what he enjoys doing more than anything else, but yeah, it's your fucking wedding, dude. Like, pull it together. Where's your bride at? Is that the girl that's dancing in the middle of this, I don't know, warehouse with LED lights strung across the top? And she's looking over at him like, come and dance. Why aren't you dancing, Casey? I have to make the money first. Once I make all the money, then there will be time to dance. Take a fucking breath, Casey. It's your wedding, okay? You can take your wedding off, I think. Anyway, next post. This is Britney Polari, and OP says she is a hero. Waited on the team's call for a candidate to join. After 10 minutes, nothing. Did I assume I was being ghosted? No. I emailed the candidate after waiting to check in and make sure everything was alright since he didn't show. He responded that he had car issues and the situation took longer than anticipated. What did I do? Rescheduled the interview. Why? Because life happens. This is why I don't like to assume. I always like to ask. You know, Britney is probably one of the most balanced individuals we've ever seen on LinkedIn Lunatics. What is she doing over here? This is just for contrast? That's fine. Let her go home. This is how normal people are supposed to behave. Congratulations. For a bit more contrast, I guess this next OP says Weirdo, and this is Jason Roeder, who's a copywriter, comedy writer, editor. I immediately remove my socks and shoes upon entering an interview. Why do I do this? If they say nothing, I'll know that they will not enforce the most fundamental dress code. I cannot work in such chaos. If they'll tell me to put them back on, I know conformity reigns in this workplace, and my creativity will suffer. I can't work there. If they tell me to put on one sock and one shoe on, then I know they'll value balance and compromise, and only then will I work there. Yeah, that's a hell of a comedy skit that you came up with there, Jason. You did that all by yourself, huh? One sock and one shoe. That's crazy, dude. That's super funny and super crazy. You should, like, put that into your stand-up act or whatever. Except he only does stand-up on LinkedIn. It's really, I don't know what you're going for here. I might be willing to give him some work if he, you know, can write a research paper and cite his sources and whatnot, but something tells me that's not in his wheelhouse. He's a maverick. He does things his own way. So, yeah, I guess we'll both just keep doing things our own way. You stay far away from me, Jason. There's only enough room on this internet for one maverick. By the way, since the last time I've mentioned it, I've scrolled past 3 Ken Chang posts. That's what all of LinkedIn Lunatics is now. I can't do it. I don't sign off on it. This OP says, one way to leave a lasting impression. This is Joseph Jewell with 2 L's. Pro tip, during most interviews, hiring managers will give you a chance to ask questions. It's important to be prepared for this part. Saying you don't have any questions may make them feel you weren't prepared for the interview, or just aren't that interested. Instead of looking unprepared, use this time to showcase just how much research you've done. When they ask you if you have any questions, ask to share your screen. Show them a video montage of them and their family over the last few months. It had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Make sure to include key moments like birthday celebrations, private conversations, intimate moments. The more personal you make the video, the better. After the video's finished playing, just ask them one question. Is there any reason that you wouldn't hire me? I mean, the boy's not as recent. I do feel a little threatened by the thing that he said, but probably it's going to work out. I'm almost sure that we'll have moderately small regrets. And if the regrets are moderately small and my family gets to live, then I don't see the problem with it. What? This OP says, let me flex my bank account. It's Gerald Durant, everybody. VC managing partner at Canna Global. Faith-driven startups. That's right. Let me flex my bank account. I got this bank account from God. God gave me this money. No, really, I do think it can affect your life in positive ways. But faith-driven startup seems really weird to me. That's essentially what my YouTube career was. Just, yeah, eventually I'll catch a break. Anyway, Gerald says, don't check your Bank of America account. It might say you have $0 in your account. They're having an outage via down detector. Good thing I bank with Chase. Yawning emoji. Oh my god, is that $13 million in your savings account? And $2 million in your checking? That's madness, Gerald. I'm sure you didn't inspect Element or change the numbers at all. If I was a different type of person, this might make me try to find out where Gerald lives and run up in his house, but good thing I don't do that anymore, though. Yeah, cool excuse to post your bank account. But seriously, keep your head on a swivel, because I'm coming to get my piece.
Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the f***ing money, shithead?
He's never gonna see it coming. Coffee is expensive. Val Deus says, I checked my bank statement today and the price of coffee's gone through the roof. See, but the joke is he has like a bunch of charges from OnlyFans. Pretty clever and original, isn't it? I definitely hope it got some engagement for you there, Valda. Me personally, I don't fuck with it. It's like sitting there advertising you're a degenerate. No thanks. What's gonna keep your hand from distracting you on the job? Anyway, next one. Title just says son. Yeah, he's an experienced data engineer at CVS. He's also a son for the past 29 years and 5 months. Everything in life pales in comparison to what family means to me. Graduated from Northeastern University, but most importantly, he is a son, in case you missed that part. I've had to do that bullshit for like 30 years, and you're right, it ain't easy. But I've learned much throughout my experiences of being a son. Like, if you're really reaching for things to put onto your CV or whatever, just pick a hobby, you know? We don't have to include son. It's just the slightest bit pathetic. Do you think your father puts, like, father of person on their CV? No, they don't. They don't, because nobody gives a shit. Glad I could help you with that now. Delete that ASAP. Moving on. If you're able to work out this sum, you have a job. Simples. Dino Dion. I give this test to everyone I interview. If you want #job, you have 3 seconds to provide the correct answer. You'd be surprised to hear all the ridiculous excuses I've heard from people who either gave me the wrong answer or couldn't provide one. My 6-year-old solved this in 30 seconds. Okay, let's see. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So you got 9 minus 1? Oh no, not 9 minus 4? 5. Right? Is that right? I don't know. They really only post this thing for, like, engagement, and I think I took longer than 3 seconds, so I don't need your fucking job anyways. I will say that this is one of the best ways to just generate some engagement for no reason on the internet. It's been done since the dawn of time, and it'll keep being done. Comment says the correct answer is 11, and I'm not even smart enough to figure out why, so... yeah, there's a reason I just do YouTube funny man shit. Most of the time in programming, you can figure it out without too much heavy maths. The machine will do the heavy maths for you. Trust in the machine! Seems to work for Dino, at least. There's another Ken Chang post. A meta thread to ban Ken Chang posts. This looks like a hub thumbnail. Tem says, I just turned 29, so here's one lesson I learned. Celebrate an other ship. Best experience ever. I don't know what the hell this is, but yeah, I think the OP nailed it down.
You bet your sweet bippy I did.
It does look like something horrible is going to happen next. Just a room full of nude men with like maybe 4 or 5 women mixed in there. Bathed in red light. I must turn away. I know you think it's supposed to be uplifting, whatever the hell other ship is, but no. It looks horrible. You pay money to be shoved in this room like cattle? I'm good. I'm totally good. Bye. OP says, more things that never happened. Those are my favorite things. An HR recruiter reached out to me. They wanted to offer me a job. I disclosed my salary in good faith. HR yelled at me and offered me 40% less than what I was getting paid. I politely declined. HR got fired 3 months later. Whoa, you really got that guy. How would you even find something like that out? Like, yeah, I tapped that HR guy's phone. I've been listening to every conversation for the last 3 months. Okay, well that makes you weirder than him. I mean, even just the post alone makes you weirder than him. I don't think they'd offer you less. I think they'd say, oh, that's out of our price range and move on to the next candidate. But he's like, I was so important, the HR person got fired. Okay, yeah. Totally cool post. Everybody believes you too. Anyway, next post on today's episode of Corporate Simps. Really the worst kind of simp. Like, you never want to be a simp, but a corporate, my goodness. Have you no shame? This is Hamish Tedeschi, and he says, imagine your employer went out to market behind your back, interviewed and recruited a new employee, then notified you that you were no longer required. You would be outraged, and rightly so, in my humble opinion. Now flip the script. It's common practice for an employee to do this, so why isn't there the same level of outrage or expectation? Hashtag donk ops. I don't know what the hell that hashtag's supposed to mean. But I do know businesses do exactly this. They'll hire, like, a third-party company to come in and just slash everybody's jobs. And we're supposed to be like, well, I understand. They're a business. They gotta make money, I'll figure out a way to feed my wife and family. It's fine that I gave you 20 years of my life for basically no severance. Don't worry about it. If you have any thoughts even remotely like that, then you're a bootlicker of the highest caliber, or the lowest caliber, as the case may be. You fire me after putting 20 years in, I'm gonna come down and burn down the building.
I could set the building on fire.
That's the only recourse we have after a certain point. Anyway, moving on. This man is so freaking cringe. Oh, good. It's Zach Wilson, everybody, not the football player. Join my analytics engineering bootcamp starting October 21st. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd rather castrate myself with dental floss, but thanks for the offer. Zach Wilson says, dating apps aren't working, and I know at least 50,000 women will see this post. Are you really gonna fucking do this? The boyfriend-free girl love posters, but on LinkedIn. Oh, God! You need to not, okay? This is not what that website is for. He doesn't care. I'm looking for my life partner to build and grow with. Here's a bit about me. I'm 30 years old. I grew up in a small town in Utah. I live in San Francisco or Utah, depending on how burnt out I'm feeling. I have an older brother and a younger sister. I'm 6'2", athletic build, about 10 pounds underweight with a six-pack. I have a Siberian Husky who's 11 years old. I have 900,000 followers on social medias across LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Substack. I have 2 bachelor's degrees in math and computer science. I'm ex-Mormon and left the church when I was 15 years old. I'm an extremely light sleeper and frequent insomniac. I'm an Aquarius, an ENTJ, an Enneagram 7. I alternate between Gryffindor and Slytherin for my Hogwarts house. God. I was really trying to just barrel through the whole thing, but yeah, of course you had to say some shit like that. I consistently pick Charmander as my starter Pokemon. I had a photographic memory when I was a kid that slowly faded in my teen years. I love yoga and basketball and dance and music festivals, Burning Man, content creation, animals, and investing. My friends say that I'm one of the funniest and most hardworking people you ever meet. A dancer who dances like nobody's looking. A transparent, real human being trying to do his best every day. Yes, me too. I am a real human being as well. I'm looking for a woman who's between 23 and 31 years old, between 5'4" and 6 foot in height, is college educated, is detail-oriented and organized, is patient and humble, creates art, works out consistently, cooks good food, wants to have 2 to 3 kids, lives in the western United States, preferably California, Washington, or Utah, loves dogs and nature, nice to haves, wasn't born in the United States. That's a weird request. Can you expound on that a little bit? Works in tech, has long hair, speaks more than 1 language fluently, is a content creator. On OnlyFans. Describes temperature in Celsius, but respects Fahrenheit as the only redeeming unit in the entire imperial system. Understands post-traumatic growth. That last one, too, is pricking my ears up. I don't know. If you're interested in getting to know me better, please email me a photo and similar list to the one above. Who you are, how your friends describe you, what you're looking for, and any nice-to-haves. Make sure to put in the subject line of the email, LinkedIn dating experiment. Otherwise, it won't work. A deal breaker for me is someone who isn't detail-oriented. Email to send to Zach@redacted. I don't know, man. There's probably a reason that dating apps aren't working out. I don't think LinkedIn is going to work out much better for you. But, you know, you never really know until you try. There's a couple things here that make me think, I don't know. Zach, he presents himself like a nice guy, but there's some weirder stuff going on there, maybe. I think it has a lot to do with growing up in a small town in Utah. Because a lot of times when I meet people that grew up in small towns in Utah, I mean, I know it's all anecdotal evidence, but yeah, they're always sort of a little off. You can't put your finger precisely on why, but it's a little off, yeah. I still wish you the best of luck out there with your non-American girlfriend who will help you through your post-traumatic growth. Sounds kind of weird when I just cherry-picked those two things, doesn't it? But that's you. That's what you're putting out there. Whatever. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially people that sign up on Patreon or YouTube memberships. My goodness, they're the most appreciated. But, of course, everybody is important. They do their part. Sometimes they share the video. Oh, that's nice. They shop at my fourth wall. Wow, that's amazing. Pretty sweet merch over there. Pretty sweet merch. We're working on some more for you. And of course, even people that watch the video and don't say a thing, you are appreciated as well. I hope that you will always remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one, friends. So until then, bye-bye.